Welcome to another episode of the Brothers Watch. We just watched Iron Man, the movie that launched the MCU. We're about to rate it and review it. Let's get right into it. Before the Avengers, before the billion-dollar crossovers, it was just a genius billionaire in a cave with a box of scraps. Tony Stark is a weapons manufacturer who gets captured overseas and injured by his own tech. Forced to build a missile for terrorists, he instead builds the first Iron Man suit and escapes. That experience changes him forever. He shuts down his weapons division and secretly begins perfecting the armor. But his business partner, Obadiah Stane, has other plans. After betraying Tony and stealing his arc reactor tech, Stane builds his own massive suit. It all builds to a high-powered showdown that ends with Tony defeating him and then ditching the secret identity altogether. And just like that, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is born. Ben, what did you think of this movie?
Who's Ben?
Tony Stark. What's your score out of 10?
I love this movie. This is my favorite Marvel movie, probably my favorite comic book origin story. I'm going to give it a 9.8.
Very high praise.
Very high.
I also love this movie. I think it could be one of the best Marvel movies ever made as well. It still holds up to this day. I have it at a 9.7.
Well, I was going to do 9.8. And then since Ben said that, I was going to drop it to a 9.7. But since you dropped that, I'm not dropping to a 9.6. It's a 9.9.
I love it.
I love this movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. There's so many awesome things that... Jarvis, please.
Get control of
I
yourself,
just
man.
turned it off.
There's so many things that go into this movie that make it phenomenal. What are some of your favorite parts?
So again, kind of like Ben was mentioning, origin story, like we've talked about before with the Hulk and Spider-Man. I love that it's street level. I love that it's grounded. This movie is more of a character builder than a universe builder.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's super focused on Tony Stark's journey and his character arc and the players around him only, and how everything affects him and his story. And I love that. I think, again, the prototypical X person gets powers, Y person wants them, so they try to make their own powers to combat them is kind of cliche, but it wasn't cliche when this movie came out. And now Marvel has turned into universe bending, time warping, alien nonsense. And for me, it's overwhelming. For this movie, it's very grounded. It's phenomenal. It's almost brought down by all the nonsense that's come after it. Standalone by itself, it is perfect. I love it.
I think it's exactly what Thanos wanted in the universe, which is perfectly balanced.
It is.
I think that it does such a good job of building the character, having a perfect character arc. It has perfectly placed comedy throughout the movie. The action still holds up. I think that you immediately look at Tony Stark and think, that's hilarious. He's really funny. You could see that there's like this self-destructive side to him, but it's still funny to watch. They do it in a tasteful way. And then obviously you see him turn into a good human being and then an awesome superhero at the same time.
Absolutely.
So I just think that it's one of the best balanced films, period. And then of course, superhero wise too.
For sure.
So the movie came out when we were teenagers. And for me, Tony Stark, Iron Man, represents everything I think I wanted to be or thought was cool at the time.
Oh, for
The
sure.
movie has all the technology you could possibly want. He's brilliant. He's got all the money you could possibly
But his
want.
workshop, bro? Come on.
And of course, at that age, the girls.
Yeah. At that age, man?
Yeah. So those are the main things for me. They just make up a great story. Just, again, how cool the technology is. Everything that he invents is just like next level tech. It's just the coolest to me.
Yeah, it's amazing. A couple other things that I really liked, like you said, the humor in it is so well placed. Him and Happy's relationship, Happy, very kind of subdued in this movie, but still like the little bit that he's in it is funny.
Agreed.
You're like, yeah, she's cute.
That dude, I was just going to bring that up. When he's facing away when the reporter walks up and he confirms to him, yeah, she's cute.
Yeah.
She's fine? Okay.
Yeah, she's fine.
When they're driving to the jet, and he's like, "Oh, I thought I lost you for a minute." Yeah, you did, sir. I had to go across Mulholland.
Yeah, when he's trying to get Rhodes to drink. Just his,
yeah.
every interaction he has with Rhodes is okay. Maybe Terrence Howard is growing on me.
I thought he was great in this.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a funny guy. But yeah, even like even the Obadiah Stane parts are kind of funny, even if they're not meant to be. It's just a little funny.
One thing I noticed on this rewatch, speaking of with Obadiah in it, when he asked, "Did you get me one of those?" talking about the cheeseburgers, he said this was the last one. He pulls out another one. I never noticed that until the rewatch this time.
So funny.
Yeah, he's everything he does, he's got like a joke or a quip behind.
For sure.
Which again, when it comes to comic books and comic book characters, that's the Iron Man, Spider-Man, perfect balance with those types of characters where there's that humor even when there's something terrible going on.
Right.
But you are able to balance it very well.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. And I think they did a really good job at making Tony Stark a dislikable, almost anti-hero with the, like Ben was saying, the things that he was like, and like, you know, like anyone, like the money and the wealth and the not caring, like he's late to meet Rhodes. He doesn't show up for his award. He's obviously a playboy and you know, misogynistic and all these things. And he doesn't care about anybody. Like he didn't even ask the dude's name that saved his life until they're like days into working together.
Yeah.
So like he just doesn't care. And like then all of a sudden now, you know, he's like ready to literally die to save Potts. Right. And again, his character arc is phenomenally done in a way that doesn't put you off too much in the beginning and a way at the end that you're like, yeah, this guy's my guy for sure.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Also, just really quick, Captain America's like, you're not the guy to lay down on the barbed wire and take one for the team, right? And then like, you know, that all comes to an end where Tony does die for the universe. He's willing to die in this movie. And in Avengers.
But they both had that wrong in that scene because he says to Captain America that everything that's special about him came out of a bottle, when in reality, he's not just the superhero, superhuman person. It's the attitude that goes with it.
I just think that Tony's selfishness really does stop in this movie. I think after this movie and in all the other Iron Mans and the Avenger movies, he is all trying to be for the greater good. He might be wrong in some people's opinion about how you get to the greater good with the, you know, the Civil War movie. But in this movie, he's willing to die. In Avengers, he takes that one-way trip to take the missile up. I mean, it's not like new that he's willing to die.
No, he definitely is ready for that.
Yeah, I love that. I love the arc. Bro, talk about casting, man.
Perfectly cast.
Bro. I think everyone's pretty well cast. I'm not a big Gwyneth Paltrow fan, shocker, but you'll die.
I thought she was great.
Yeah, no, everyone is cast very, very well in this movie. Onward?
Yeah. I mean, for casting wise, they had to take a pretty big chance on him at the time.
For sure. Yeah. Kid. Well, he was. That's why they chose Burger King.
Because you heard this story about the Burger King thing where he was sitting there eating Burger King and he was so disgusted with how it tasted that he threw the drugs away and he was done with it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what were some of your favorite parts of the movie? Favorite scenes, Ben?
To me, it's one of the most iconic scenes in the MCU. The first time he fires up Jarvis. I had that as the background on my computer for the longest time and I thought it was so cool.
In his workshop?
Yeah, when he launches Jarvis for the first time.
Jarvis.
Yeah, like when he goes down into the thing and turns everything on
system.
and everything.
Yeah.
That is a pretty cool.
The music's going in the back. Yeah.
I think that my favorite part, it has to be when he just shows up and just starts tearing apart the terrorists and then tries to. Yeah, and he just says he's all yours and then flies away.
So sick. And that tank scene, bro.
Oh my god!
Just that little psh that missile makes.
Awesome,
yeah, dude. So
like
sick.
Another one that's just awesome is his dynamic with those little robots.
Yes.
Those pointless little robots that keep throwing the fire extinguisher on him.
Yeah.
When he's doing test flights for the first time.
Yeah.
That was going to be one of my questions.
An interesting thing is they thought those things looked so cheap because they didn't have enough money to get these like really cool robots in the background.
So they wrote it in the script, right?
Well, yeah, they were thinking about how Tony Stark is supposed to be a super genius with all this tech. He's making this Iron Man suit, and they got these little rinky-dink robots. Yeah. So they kind of worked in the comedy just to make it look like he brought them from college, like they were his pals from before. And he's just trash talking them the whole time.
Well, it ends up saving his damn life.
I know.
It really reminds me of Star Wars with the little robots for like pod racing.
Oh yeah, they kind of do.
They have that same effect to me.
My favorite parts that you guys haven't mentioned yet. I think the first scene where he flies, like where he takes off, so sick. Like it's so sick. And again, like this is kind of beat a dead horse here, but the humor, especially when he is trying to figure out how to like fly, he's like, "This is where I don't want to be," and then he crashes through the thing.
Dude, when he crashes through into the piano,
hilarious. I also really like the montage of him like seeing the Galmira incident on the news, and he's sitting there working on his thing, and then he just kind of loses it. And I feel like that actually might be one of the like turning points from Tony Stark really into Iron Man, because he realizes that, hey, maybe being a warmonger isn't the best route that I should be taking. He starts to feel a little guilt. But I think and I also really like the fight scene at the end. I think it's really well done. I think even for, what year did this come out? 06?
2008.
Even for 2008, it looks pretty darn good.
I think so too. Yeah. Honestly, I think the CGI in the movie holds up almost everywhere. I think the part where it shows itself a little bit is where he's like trying to get it on and off himself.
Yeah.
A little bit, but
anytime
it looks good.
Anytime it's skin and mask, like when he goes to, but his hand is there, it looks really weird. Dude, that woman in the car, where he just saved your life.
I know.
I'd have slapped her and her children.
Oh, when she runs him over?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
How'd you solve the icing issue, bro?
That was great. That was great.
Anyway.
They also, I love that they have like Ironmonger shows himself up like through those chains with Gwyneth Paltrow looking.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that was a great scene.
Yeah. It reminded me just of the same scene that they do in the next movie with the Hulk. Like when he's in the dark and then
yeah.
Like,
The beginning.
Like carbon copy.
Definitely. Yep.
Let's dive into some of the things that we didn't love so much about this movie. Obviously, it's really high on all of our radars, so there's not going to be too much. For me, it's hard for me to find anything other than just saying some of the CGI just looks a little dated, but I think most of it still looks great. So that's a short, quick one for me. Tony, what were some of the things you didn't really like?
I thought Gwyneth Paltrow's acting chops were missing in some parts. Shocker, I know. Yeah, I don't think... Dude,
I love it.
This movie's perfect.
Yeah.
I love the audio, bro. The songs, AC/DC, and
great soundtrack.
So good.
Okay, before we get to what Ben didn't like that much, I just have to say, you brought up the songs, the sounds. Okay, so when he's getting presented the award that he's not there for, when he is at the casino rolling dice, playing craps, and Rhodey's ringtone, they're all the same song, just different kind of pitches and tones of it. Mm-hmm. And it's actually the old 1960s Iron Man cartoon theme, which is so cool. I never knew that.
Very cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Ben, what were some of the things you didn't really like?
I know we don't really watch movies for realism, but there's parts of it that bother me in this movie, like just physics-wise. How is his suit so heavy that he falls through his roof, his main floor, and then like into a basement? It's like his suit is 10, 20,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So just like minor things like that bother me.
Well, also, not to go down this, because it's, fantasy, but like NFL players, heads are in helmets, right?
Yeah.
They knock around, they get concussions. Yep. Sometimes they almost die. This man gets hit in the head with cars.
Oh, okay, this is where you have to suspend the belief, though.
But how is he not? I know he's encased in metal. But how is he not inside the metal?
Because it's a superhero movie.
Also, when they show the POV of his face inside the helmet, he's got like 18 inches in front of him. But when he takes a mask, it's like right on top of it.
You've zoomed out from your iPhone before. It just zoomed out, bro.
Okay, whatever.
Actually, you know what? There's one thing you reminded me of that makes me mad that I don't. It's a plot hole for this movie. What was his intention, or what was he thinking when he initially flees the 10 rings? He takes off like a rocket in his suit. What was the game plan? Like,
I think just to get far away. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but like he shot himself a couple 100 feet up in the air. Like, there's no way he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna survive this.
Well,
my heart's on the last string. I've got like no cushion. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't know.
Again, we're all high nines. It's hard to find anything that we don't really like.
Trying to think, man.
You don't have to, because it's that great of a movie. It just really is.
It really is super good. I think also, really quick, something I do like, I meant to mention earlier, they do a lot of really, really good foreshadowing. So like, for instance, the award scene, they're talking about, which is a great way to give you the, catch you up to speed into real world, what's going on. But they show that the Wonder Kid takes over for Obadiah Stane, and they show Obadiah, and like in that first scene, like the first second they show his face, he's like grimacing. So you can kind of see that there's like kind of building a little bit of animosity, right? Also, fun fact. Are we on the fun facts, or should we wait?
Go ahead. Fun fact.
When Obadiah is playing the piano.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I don't remember his name.
It's just Mozart's. I don't remember.
Sidekick. It's Mozart's like not handyman. It's just a sidekick. It's a guy that worked really close with Mozart that never really got all the respect and admiration that Mozart got. and the song he's playing is by that guy
Who allegedly tried to have him killed.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
correct. Yeah. So there's a little fun fact there. Just little like everything kind of comes back. I even think it was almost metaphoric that Tony fell through the piano that he was playing that song on and destroyed it.
That's the coolest part about the whole fact.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, metaphorically speaking, not to get way far off here, but like Tony is shot with, or, hurt with one of his own missiles, but he had his own protective gear on underneath his suit. But it shows that he was more worried about offensive versus defensive, because his offensive weapon was able to beat his defensive weapon. Right. And then if we're going to get super metaphoric, right? Like, in the cave, Tony repurposes his weapon systems to be the Iron Man suit. He then uses... Okay, wait, really quick. I don't understand this, the arc reactor in his chest.
What about it?
It is keeping the shrapnel from driving into his heart, right?
Yep.
And in the beginning, he's told that he's got maybe a week. They call him the Walking Dead. He's got like a week. So why, when Obadiah takes it out, is he immediately almost dead?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know if it's he's almost dead, but he's definitely drained.
He couldn't even get
ultimately.
down there.
Yeah,
So why? Is that thing actually beating his heart for him?
I have no idea.
I don't
Me
think
neither.
that's its intention. It's supposed to be a magnet. It's just repelling.
Because
the
doesn't he
shrouds.
get that taken out, the metal shroud
Yeah,
taken out?
eventually he does. Yeah, so he
Yeah.
doesn't need it.
But he just keeps it.
Well, not later on in the films.
He doesn't always have that thing in there? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, and I think it's metaphoric that Pepper keeps that, and like, this is proof that Tony Stark has a heart, and it comes back because like she cared about him enough to do that, and she cared about him because he respected her and cared about her. And if he hadn't, and she hadn't done that, and he hadn't done that, then that heart wouldn't have been there for him, or that arc reactor wouldn't have been there for him to fight Obadiah with it. And I just think the metaphors are just layered and layered and layered.
Yeah.
And I think that's really well done by Favreau. Like, Buddy is
Dialed.
special.
Talented.
I've got a great Iron Man fact that I'm not sure
Okay.
if you know.
Doubt it.
Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
You scared me.
Dude, that was my intention. Did I nail it?
Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
You nailed it.
Are you going to say the rest of the fun fact?
That was it.
Well, there's more to that fact.
That the kid the guy he yelled at was Peter Billingsley, who played in A Christmas Story.
There you go.
He's also shows up later in Far From Home.
Yeah,
in Spider-Man Far From Home.
What's his Mysterio's?
Assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing I don't know, bro. Oh God, I'm in the Stan movie.
Oh, that's another dislike about it, and I forgot that too. How do they build a whole suit when they don't know how to build an arc reactor that would power it? Like, I don't understand how that technology would work together. Like, they've got everything synced up perfectly. All it needs is just this engine.
So something I wanted to ask you guys about this movie. Obviously, it was a big hit, great success. It launched what it launched. The first movie in the first phase of the MCU, amazing. Do you think that the MCU carries on the way it did if this movie wasn't as good?
No.
No.
The Marvel.
I know it laid the groundwork, but do you think these movies still would have followed Thor, Captain America, Avengers, all those?
No, I don't think Marvel was like damn near bankrupt.
Right.
And they needed this movie to hit, and it hit in a huge way.
So you think it's fair to say that this movie saved Marvel and gave us what we know now as the MCU?
Yeah, I don't think it's hyperbolic in saying it's the most important movie in Marvel history in general, and like obviously for the MCU. But yeah,
So if you're talking that being accurate, and the movies that have followed it making billions and billions of dollars and polarizing millions of people, then this movie has to be up there in cinema history in general.
I agree.
Beyond the MCU.
yeah, beyond superhero movies.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I find it almost not distasteful, but it feels weird saying that about a comic book movie. And maybe it's because I have a bad taste about comic book movies. I just think they're kind of weird and nerdy. Sorry, no offense to you guys. I like them. Sure, I like watching them. But Iron Man might be one of my favorite movies. Like, it's up there with Pirates of the Caribbean and Back to the Future and Jurassic Park. As far as like rewatching, it was the first time I rewatched it in probably 10 years. There's not a single part of this movie I don't like.
Yeah, it's not
It is
boring at any
so
point.
good.
Yeah. No, I
just wanted
agree.
to- I mean,
Yeah, so part of it is you're nailing an origin story. You're
Nailing it.
You're kicking off the first movie of the MCU. But I know we talk about the further like Avenger movies in creating or expanding that MCU. You also have to nail all the subsequent other character origin stories.
Yep.
Like Thor's, you nail with the Chris Hemsworth casting. Same thing with Chris Evans and the Captain America casting. Like that doesn't happen unless all of those things fall into place.
When does Hawkeye comes in Thor? And just even then, like Hawkeye being the sidekick or the secondary character in Thor, and Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow being the secondary character in Iron Man 2, just like the way they layered it was so perfect.
Yeah, and that's I think what a
So
lot of
good, dude.
That's what I think a lot of franchises mess up is they try to rush it instead of laying the groundwork with a great solo movie,
Right.
then a sequel that you introduce somebody else with.
Or now in 2025, let's give him a whole season on Disney Plus and then introduce him as a main character in a movie. No one's seen the show.
Exactly. Now this did such a good job of just, hey,
It's
this
perfect,
is
dude. It's perfect.
exactly like you said. It was street level at first, and then it started growing. And the Infinity Saga, for how crazy it got, where they snapped away half the population,
Bro.
it was still really easy to follow.
Even Thor, which is not street level at all, is quite the opposite. It's still a enclosed, easy to follow movie.
Yeah.
And then even with Loki and the Avengers, even when you have like Thanos and what's the guy that he's working for? The blue guy? The guy that's like under Thanos.
His like Maw, what is his name?
Yeah, Maw.
I don't know his
Yeah, he's got the guy who gives him the army. Yeah, even with all that in their laid, the Avengers is still to me more encapsulated than where it is now. And it's just gotten to this point for me where it's like draining.
Well, I think the part that is you touched on this is that they started expanding into Disney Plus, into the streaming service, and requiring you to watch everything on there, and then go into the theaters and pick that up, and then the next thing would be on the on Disney Plus, and it was just a mess. And I think what they're trying to do now with Secret Wars and Doomsday, even though it might be a little chaotic at this point, is they're trying to bring it all back in. It's gonna be expansive, it's gonna be big, but then it's going to bring everything back down a little bit as
you're
street level as
I hope
possible,
you're right,
with still having some cosmic.
That's the next
aspects
one
to
that
it.
comes out. It comes out before Spider-Man.
Spider-Man comes out, and then we get Doomsday.
Is Spider-Man coming? Where's Spider-Man fall in the timeline of Doomsday?
It's 4 years after the last Spider-Man.
And it's before the events of Doomsday?
It might. The rumor is that they're
Coincide?
simultaneously happening. So we'll see.
I don't know. I think for most people, the reason why like you maybe have the detachment that you have is, I don't want to say it's a perfect movie. It's not, but I think a lot of people would say Endgame was a perfect conclusion at the time to the MCU, and everything that followed afterwards just kind of
They just couldn't let it be, bro.
no.
They couldn't let it be, man. Loki deserved his own movie, by the way. I don't even know
I mean, he
anything
got a
about his
TV
show.
show.
I've
Yeah.
never watched the show. I hear good things about the show, but he's such a layered, funny, talented actor, character. And he's, bro, one thing I'll never understand really quick about Marvel movies is like, bro, one guy can be fighting another guy and like it be toe to toe. And then a different guy or that same guy could be fighting someone that's like way less powerful and it still be toe to toe. Like, how is Loki and Thor fighting toe to toe, bro? But then like Thor can manhandle Hulk.
Isn't it weird that Tom Hiddleston had auditioned for the role of Thor? Can you imagine him if he and Chris Hemsworth switched?
Yeah, he gonna need to eat a couple Sammys first.
But I will say, and I was thinking about that too, is I think that if you were to watch anything on Disney Plus, it would have to be Loki. And I actually thought about this
That's
over
what
the
everyone
weekend,
says,
is
dude.
that you would enjoy it, even for someone who doesn't like shows in general. But
I hate shows.
yeah, but back to the greater point, Iron Man definitely laid the foundation. It definitely set the bar very high, and that bar was consistently met with the rest of the Avengers that were introduced.
especially.
So yeah, I can't recommend rewatching this movie enough. I watched it twice over the weekend, and it was great both times.
It was great. Yeah, I would watch it again right now.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yep. Boys, let's jump into some trivia. Tony, spin the wheel, see who's asking today.
Yeah, I'm real sorry that guy. What's his name?
No, absolutely not. Please tell me it's Jeff.
It's me. Here we go. Starting off with some easy ones, and then we're going to get into some harder ones.
Go ahead.
All right. What color does Tony say to add to the suit? And I'm looking for a specific color. Send it.
Hot Rod Red.
Hot Rod
Nailed it.
Red.
Let you guys go. What is the name of the missile system that Tony is selling and is kind of the crux of this whole movie? Send it.
Jericho.
Jericho. What is the name of the organization that kidnaps Tony Stark?
Crazy they put this in here.
At the time, I didn't think anything of it until I saw a future movie.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think
10 rings.
10 Rings.
10 Rings is correct.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. He's also in Iron Man 3, sort of. What?
You could just go.
Moving on. What is the agent that helps them all the time in this movie? His last name?
Coulson.
Phil Coulson.
R.I.P. What does Jarvis stand for? It's an acronym. It's not in the movie.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't ever remember that being said in the movie.
It's not said. Just a rather very intelligent system. You weren't even close.
Just a rather. That's what I couldn't
the last
get.
3, yeah, you got reasonable. It doesn't even
I
make
knew
any
it was
sense.
something.
Onward. What is Rhodes's rank? And I'll let you describe his insignia if that's easier. But they do say it in the movie.
I got it wrong.
Okay.
Colonel.
Colonel's correct.
Dang.
Lieutenant. Jesus. You demoted him by like 3. Onward.
Freezing cold take. They never should have replaced him.
They didn't want to.
I know.
necessarily.
He wanted too much money, supposedly. All right, I'm already winning. Game's over.
Which version of the suit does Tony use to fight at the end of the movie? This is kind of a trick question, so I'm asking about the suit. Mm-hmm. All right.
Hold on. I might change my answer now.
It has nothing to do with his chest piece.
Okay. Mark II.
Mark II.
You're wrong. Mark II is the silver one. Mark III is the golden red one. So the Mark I is the cave one. The Mark II is the one that Don Cheadle's character.
Dude, that was a good.
He looks at it and he's like, next time.
Yeah, that's Mark II.
It's obvious, and you formed that question in such a beautiful way to trick me.
Okay.
Yeah, you only had me thinking about the chess piece for a second.
Yeah,
Well,
I
because
went-
like the
I went a tier down.
Onward. What is the name given to Obadiah Stane's suit? Okay, this isn't fair. I take that question off.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because it's not in the movie. It's not in the movie.
Well, he says
he
it.
says it, but he doesn't. It doesn't show in the movie that that's what his guy is called. And I read in your synopsis that you know it, so it's not fair. I'm not asking it. Take it off.
That's such
But
garbage.
it's not fair, bro. It really is in the movie. The answer is Ironmonger.
Yeah, I don't remember him saying that.
Read a book.
He's like when he's talking to Tony, he's like, we're Ironmongers. On what is the name of Tony Stark's assistant? The male type, human male. Such a great name. We love Marvel. Yeah, would have been right.
I put Oh,
I
you
said
put human.
We're back,
all
boys.
my brain heard was male assistant.
We're so back.
He's not an assistant. He's a chauffeur, but that's okay. It's okay. Mine's not movie quality.
He said, Ben just said, hold on. Ben just said, he's a chauffeur. He's nice. I said human. Jarvis isn't a
But you
human.
did say
But
he
to
was an
Ben,
assistant.
he's close to human.
You did say an assistant.
Wait, are you
though,
guys
he's not
tied
an
right now?
assistant.
Yep.
Who does Stan Lee's character's cameo get mistaken for or applied to?
Hugh Hefner.
What is the model of plane that Tony Stark accidentally destroys? Rhodes looks at him and says, you know you owe me a... Or actually, he says new jet. Never mind. Right, any jet in the world.
Just show it.
You can't name one, is what
show
it is. I was trying to get to that point. You can't name a single
Show
jet.
it.
All right.
F-22 Raptor.
It is an F-22.
Raptor. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, you had F-22, though?
No.
Yes.
Good job, Ben. Bro, he wore the mask. He deserves it.
Well, let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Does Iron Man hold up to this day? What's your ranking out of 10? If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing more Marvel movies leading up to Spider-Man and Doomsday. We got a whole lot of new releases. We're going to see Scream this week. So go ahead and stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button.
And if you guys want us to review any movies that you have in your mind, just drop them in the comments. Any movie. Something you want to see our opinion on. Put it in the comments right now. Go ahead. Do it.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Peace.
Okay, bye.